Hello, football fans, and welcome back to the Roundtable Football. I'm your host, Charles, and today we dive into the heart of African football. Yes, the road to the 2025 African Cup of Nations. It is the international breaks, and teams like our own African teams are battling it out there against each other to make it to the 2025 African Cup of Nations in Morocco, if I'm not mistaken. So, for those of us joining us for the first time, AFCON is the biggest stage for African teams or African country to showcase their talent. Yeah, so teams from Africa, or you can say country, comes and show off their talent, and for who can be the continent, who can take that continental supremacy, and the qualifiers are like the first look at those who can make it. There are like over 52 countries in Africa, and so my apologies for that. Yeah, so the qualifiers are like the first stage or the first look for us to see who really is meant to go there. So, like to say, iron sharpens iron. So, we go through those qualifiers so the teams can make it to the African Cup of Nations. So, today I'll break down into the qualifying groups. We'll highlight some matches that took over between Tuesday and Wednesday and Thursday also. We'll go through over those matches. And whether you're a die-hard fan or new to AFCON, this is one top. Whether you're a die-hard fan or first-time viewer, this is a one-stop preview. So join us and yeah, let's see into what we have for us today. We're just gonna go through some matches, and yeah, for while I'm just getting that ready for us, for those who are actually not interested in African matches, could be watching us from anywhere else in the world. There is actually the World Cup qualifier going on also in South America. Last night, actually, Argentina lost against Paraguay. Yes, Argentina played against Paraguay and it was a draw. There was also a game between Brazil and Venezuela, which ended in 1-1 draw. Brazil, are they going to make it to the World Cup this time? That's a question for all of us to answer, for all of you to answer in the comment section. So whenever you watch this video, let me know in the comment section whether you think Brazil is going to make it through to the World Cup. Because looking at the way they have been performing, it's I don't want to say the word, but it's shitty. Yeah, that's the word. It's shitty. But actually, they have the next game on the 20th of November. It's a Wednesday against Uruguay. That is just me running through the other what's happening around and other football before we get into the heart of African football. Last night, England beat Greece 3-0. It was awesome. Watkins scoring, and this young dude from Liverpool who scored his debut goal. Today we have Portugal playing. Yeah, there are some interesting, amazing games coming up today in England also, but I'm not going to focus on that today. We're focusing on Africa. So yes, there were some amazing games that have been played through the week already, and let's go into it. If you love Africa, this is a one-stop for you. So let's go into it. And we know that the last African Cup of Nations was won by Cote d'Ivoire or Ivory Coast. They played home. We all know the drama that unfolded with that African Cup of Nations. I was supporting my country, Congo, and all the way through us missing the penalties and then playing against South Africa. Yeah. But yeah, this time we come back stronger again. We come back stronger, and I believe that it is going to be a great what do you call this? It's going to be a great tournament. The African Cup of Nations always brings a drama. Recently, the African Cup of Nations drama, the excitement the African Cup of Nations actually brought was more over and above the Euros. That is my own opinion. Let's see what is your own opinion. What is your opinion? The African Cup of Nations was way above like the expectation, the way it hit. Do you guys remember that the coach who was actually being poured water on their head because the whole head was steaming, seeing that the team was losing, and the coach who his player came like face to face with a goal post and only for him to miss it, and the guy was like, "Ah," and you can see his whole face expression. I mean, it even became a meme. But anyways, let's get into the African Cup of Nations qualifier games that actually just happened. Actually, it was a match between yeah, but this match actually got played. The match between Chad and Sierra Leone. It was supposed to be played on the 11th of November, but the match was postponed for some weird reasons. We actually weren't told why the match was postponed. Anyway, so Wednesday, what's the day? Okay. Wednesday, the 11th of November, we had a game between Namibia and Cameroon, and the game ended in 0-0. I mean, if you're from Cameroon, we all know Cameroon has been one of the African big teams, and they have always been there at African Cup of Nations. We know Samuel Eto'o from Cameroon, and yeah, I mentioned some other player from Cameroon that actually is a big player at the moment. So for Cameroon, for not to make it through, I mean, for them not to beat Namibia, Namibia is not a small team, we all know that. But yeah, so the game ended 0-0. And how does this actually affect Cameroon to making it to the African Cup of Nations? Let us know. Don't sit quiet. Let me know in the comment section. And while you're at it, hit the smash. Smash the subscribe button, guys. The subscriber button. It is there. It's for free. Anyone can hit it. I mean, I'm having like a tongue twist here. Smash the subscribe button. I mean, yeah, just hit it. It's for free. Doesn't cost anything. We had a game between Liberia and Togo. Liberian girl. Liberia beat Togo 1-0. I don't know Liberia with soccer, but it's like, I mean, they beat Togo, and Togo is one of the other teams that they've been there. I mean, the Togolese. I mean, they've also always brought the drama when it came to the African Cup of Nations. I've always, I mean, when you watch a Togo game against any other African team, they'll have you sitting on the edge of your seat. Yes. Then the game that was actually postponed on the Monday of 11th of November was then played on Wednesday, the 13th of November, the game between Chad and Sierra Leone. The game ended 1-1. I don't know why the game was postponed, but I'm sure if it was postponed, it's of course for some relevant or serious reason. But then the game got played over, and I suppose the mood was not the same anymore because out of vouch for Chad to win. Remember when I was still young, growing up, one day Congo was playing against Chad, and Congo actually won the game, and we were running around the neighborhood screaming, and it was awesome because we beat Chad, and the Congo team was playing in Chad, and then we were just following the games in radio. Back then we hardly had TV, and technology wasn't as good as it is currently. So big up to technology. They are doing the most for us. Now you can watch the game absolutely anywhere, anytime. And I mean, all you just need is a phone, and there you watch the game. And now, back then we had a radio where you're walking around with a radio and trying to make sure that the connection is good and etc. But we thank God for technology. That's the word I wanted to say. Then you guys are not ready for this. This was a game between Equatorial Guinea and Algeria. And I was actually expecting Equatorial Guinea to score 400 goals, but they scored nil against Algeria. No, yeah, I don't want to say much about Algeria, but I can say about Equatorial Guinea. We all know what's happening at the moment there, but it's political drama going on with the 400 thing. But the game ended 0-0, so I believe both teams or both countries are distracted with what's happening around in their country. Maybe that is more important. I don't know. So, Equatorial Guinea people, tell us. Anyways, moving on, we had a game between Lesotho and the Central Republic of Africa. I used to get confused with the Central Republic of Africa and South Africa. It used to confuse me. I thought it was the same thing and people just pronounce it differently. And isn't Lesotho part of South Africa? Let me know that I'm lost. But anyways, you guys can find me. So since Lesotho is a country of its own and Central Republic of Africa is also a country of its own, they decided to play a soccer game for the African Cup of Nations qualifier. And Lesotho won. If this was Lesotho beating South Africa, do you not think South Africa would just kick them out of their land? But anyway, they're also Sotho. I actually once met a Sotho person, and I asked, it's a female, I asked her, are you from Lesotho? She's like, no, I'm not from Lesotho. I'm from South Africa, but I'm Sotho. I'm like, what about the people from Lesotho? It's like, no, they are Lesotho, and we from South Africa, but we're Lesotho. I'm like, so that means you copying them. So you are just a copy of them. I don't really understand. I think we were just playing around, guys. Not to take it too serious. We're just playing around. I didn't mean to say the other one is fake and the other one is original. We all one people, well, Africa, and yeah, we love each other so much. Anyways, getting back to the football side. But yeah, let me actually understand this thing of the Lesotho there and the Sothos inside South Africa. I also want to understand. I don't actually understand it, but I'm sure somebody watching me right now would understand and can let me know. So let me know in the comment section. Yes. Then we had a game between South Sudan and Congo Republic. Oh, hold on. Yes, there was a game last night between Congo or DRC versus South Sudan. As you can see, I'm actually baffled right now that we lost that game. I mean, I'm from Congo, and Congo losing the game against South Sudan, it kind of baffles me like, Bosalini. Ecomineni will lose much, boy. But anyways, let's get back into the reason why we are here. I mean, I'm not here actually to pick side, but yeah, the game ended 3-2. Congo DRC lost the game against South Sudan. I was actually trying to see if I can get the result up. I mean, the score of the match, but I'll get that into the next episode. Hey guys, before we continue, I'm actually going to do a video, and that is going to be based on countdown on the top 10 African football players. So if you have a top African player that you know who be in the top 10, I want you guys to let me know who it is in the comment section, the country they're from, and what makes them a top 10 on your list. So you tell me that if I was doing a top 10 list, I'll put this player number 6, number 1, or number 2, and the reason why you put them there. And I'll compile all that and make a top 10. I already have my own list, but I can, of course, use some help. And then I can make my own list. And then while I say, let's say, for example, I say on my number 5, I have XYZ, and I'll be like, but there was just a fan who said that for them, number 5, it is XYZ. But I think I'll be actually dropping that video tomorrow. So stay tuned, that video is coming. And yeah, let's have a good discussion on our top 10 African players. I mean, let's engage ourselves in our football. We get so much caught up in the La Liga, Europa League, and then when it is the African Cup of Nations, or when it is just qualifiers, you find the stadium are empty, or you find that no one is actually even speaking about our games. But I want to bring that pride here at this community. I want to bring that pride here at the Roundtable Football. The reason I actually also named this Roundtable Football is because the Roundtable was that political table that in Congo back in the days they used to take decisions around. So I don't want this community to be only based on outside games, but I also want it to be based on the inside games. So let's bring that conversation here, guys. I posted actually. I posted something yesterday already. That video that is coming up. So let's engage ourselves in that. I'm also going to share more so that tomorrow when that video is dropping, I think I'll actually do a live video tomorrow. So yeah, I'll do a live video tomorrow. So that probably is going to be tomorrow around 11. Yes, 11 a.m. tomorrow, South African time. We're going to do a live video going to dissect our top 10 African players. Anyways, let's get back to the real reason why we are here. We had a game between Burundi and Malawi. The game ended 0-0. I don't know how. We're actually going to see later on where all those teams are standing and who is actually looking more as to make it to the African Cup of Nations 2025 in Morocco. Yes, Morocco, we are coming. We had a game between Niger and Sudan. At least Niger did me a good there by beating Sudan. So the original Sudan beating them 4-0. Damn. How do you play a soccer game and you get like 1, 2, 3, 4 and you're not even responding? Like, what the hell did you come do there? We had a game between Rwanda and Libya. Yes, Libya beat Rwanda 1-0. I'm happy for this. I'm happy, and my Congolese guys know exactly why I'm happy that Libya beat Rwanda. Anyways, guys, this channel is strictly football, so let's get back to football. We had a game between Burkina Faso and Senegal. Sadio Mane So that's how I want it to be. Like, if you're watching this game from anywhere in Africa and your country is up there, guys, like, let me know which country you're watching from. And yeah, you can let me know by just responding with a flag of your country and also a name of a player from your country. And let me know if you guys are making it to the African Cup of Nations, because I can definitely tell you that I'm going to be there. At African Cup of Nations, the roundtable football is going to be there, and that is a promise. No, that's a spoiler. The roundtable football at the African Cup of Nations in Morocco. Can you imagine that, guys? We can do this. I mean, we can do this. So, and how can you help me do this, guys? Subscribe, share, like, hit the notification button. In that way, I can have a good number of subscribers who get engaged with my posts, with my videos, and it will help me get there at African Cup of Nations, and I can have a live podcast there for us guys. Imagine how good that can be. Charlie at African Cup of Nation, sponsored by the Africa, sponsored actually by the Roundtable Football. And who's the Roundtable Football? All of you guys. So yeah, we can make it. So let's make that a goal. On my next video, I'm actually going to post my subscribers goals. I have a goal to reach 500 subscribers, guys, at the end of this year. Yes, I've made it end of this year. I want to reach 500 subscribers. So let's go for that, guys. Currently, we're standing at 37 and we have so many views. So when you come and just watch a video, if you come along and then you even scroll and see this video, hit the subscribe button, guys. It doesn't cost anything. It won't even cost you 1 megabyte or even a kilobyte. It won't cost you a thing. As you can see, it's nothing. We had a game between Madagascar and Tunisia. Tunisia winning the game 3-2 against Madagascar. You all know Madagascar is like a small island here in Africa. I'd actually like to visit Madagascar one day. Country, places actually in Africa that I'd like to visit is like Morocco, Egypt, Madagascar, the Victoria Fall in Zimbabwe. We've got beautiful places here in Africa, guys, that I don't understand. If we could start to explore our own continent first, you see the beauty of it before even wanting to go out there. But that's actually a story for another day. We can always still speak about it on this channel. I mean, the African Cup of Nations is coming, so we are going to have a lot of this interaction, guys, on this channel. I mean, I'm not going to focus right now on any news going on outside of the African Cup of Nations. Yes, I'll mention here and then just to keep our fans in the know. But now that it's the African Cup of Nations qualifiers, that's what I'm going to be hitting you guys with. So be here, be ready to be engaged in the African Cup of Nations and Africa at its best or utmost. We also had a game between Nigeria and Benin. Isn't Benin in Nigeria? Either way, I keep getting confused, guys. That's why I didn't like geography. I remember at school once I went to get my report, and my father's friend came and to help me. Back in high school, the thing was like you cannot get a report yourself. An elderly person has to accompany you. And my father was in the country at the time. My father was in Angola, and his friend went with me. And we got there. I got my report, and everything was good. But and then we got to geography. Look at geography, and the teacher was like, Charlie isn't really doing good in geography. He has to get like some extra classes, X, Y, Z. And him as an elderly person was like, okay, no problem. We'll take that into consideration. And after we walk out, he looked at me, he's like, Petit, atangape geography I wanna comprendre kamote, which means even also I don't understand that geography because so na telling me boy, est is to. If I stand this side, east is this side. And if I turn around, west is this side. But if I turn around again, then it has just switched. Like how? So if you don't understand it, you didn't pass it, it's okay, we move. At least you got flying colors in maths, which is more important. And that's why today I am where I am. Because of maths. And I like working with numbers, guys. And I'm always looking at my followers and I'm like, this number isn't really making me happy. But it is a satisfactory amount seeing that people are really getting engaged, they're taking the time to, get on the phone and watch you and hit the subscribe button. And it's very much appreciated, guys. So today we got so those were all the games that have been played already, guys. Yeah. So go check it out. If you're in a country that I haven't mentioned yet, if you're from this country like Egypt, Cape Verde, Mauritania, Botswana, Mali, Mozambique, Gambia, Comoros, Ivory Coast, Zambia, Gabon, Morocco. All those teams are playing today. So we have those games going on today. The games are actually starting around 3 p.m. today, Central African time. Those games are being played today. Angola is playing against Ghana, big game. It's actually at 9 p.m. We'll see. We leave everything in the hands of God. If everything goes correctly, who knows? We could probably do like a halftime show in this game, and it's a good game. It's actually a good game, although it is an African Cup of Nation game, not as big qualifier. I mean, it's an African Cup of Nation qualifier game, not an African Cup of Nation game. So it's different. So, but it's a big game between Angola and Ghana. Anyways, so what I'm just trying to say is that we could win a halftime show on those matches. We leave everything in the hands of God. Let's see how the evening goes. Or what we could do is tomorrow. And there are also some games that have been played tomorrow. Guinea is playing against DRC Congo tomorrow. Ethiopia is playing against Tanzania tomorrow. So those are some other big games that are coming. And there were other games that actually got cancelled. So they are to be confirmed, to be announced. Those are like Togo and Equatorial Guinea. Those were the games that were supposed to be played on Monday, the 17th. Let me see. South Africa is supposed to play a game. Yes, today South Africa is actually playing against Uganda. That's a nice game also. 3 p.m. 3, 4. That's already an hour. We'll see. Maybe tonight, like I said, tonight we could do a halftime show. So Angola versus Ghana is the last game tonight. There will be that versus the Morocco one. So what we could do tonight is just dissect all the games that have been played today. That would be actually to go do a good thing to keep you all engaged in this. So be ready for tonight. Another video. We'll be sitting here and we are going to discuss again the African Cup of Nations games. As you can see, guys, I hope today you hit the subscribe button. Let today be that day you hit the subscribe button, guys. Yes, hit the subscribe button and send it to a friend and be like, here is a stop where we can listen to the African Cup of Nations games. And yes, I said we would actually look into the games and see. Let's actually look at the tables if I'm able to bring it up, just to see how it is going. Yes, let's do this. Apologies, guys. I'm just trying to see if I can get us the table in each team to see. I'm actually excited about African Cup of Nations. Like I say, it is in Morocco, one of the countries that I've always wanted to visit. So imagine that is like me hitting two birds with one stone. I get to go there, watch the game, visit the country, visit the people, the Arab culture. I mean, Arab culture, one of the best cultures also in Africa that you find. I mean, there's so many cultures and that you find in Africa, and the Arab one is also always been one that you ask yourself, wow, do we really have this in Africa? And sometimes when people out there find out that Africa has all this, they are surprised. But that is Africa. We always surprise the world. I mean, do you guys remember in 2010 when the world thought that when they come to Africa, the Africa that they were thinking about is that when they come here, the what do you call this? The plane will be held by the Bantus. Like all of us will be holding their plane down this way. I actually can't get the table right now. I don't understand why, but that is actually not a problem. My apologies. When we do the African top 10 African players, I'll bring the table. Actually, no, I got a table. Yes. Sorry, guys, the table is here. Yeah, I got the table for the African Cup of Nations. Currently, we do have a few groups. Let's see, we got Group A up to Group. Damn, I said Africa, we got so many teams up to Group L. And this is amazing. So in Group A top two. I'm only going to mention two teams, the top two teams in group, and you can go and look at in group and see if your country is in it. So, of course, if you didn't hear your country being mentioned in the top two, that means they are probably at the bottom of that group because the top two makes it fast. Group A, top two, Tunisia and Comoros. Group B, Morocco and Gabon. Group C, we got Egypt and Botswana on top. We have got Cape Verde in that group also. We actually have lost the last two games. I mean, wasn't Cape Verde like this team that was playing crazy at African Cup of Nations? We had all of us wanting to go to Cape Verde because of their women. But anyways, they are brought back to earth. Nigeria and Benin, Group D, top two. Group E, we got Algeria and Equatorial Guinea. You guys are letting Equatorial Guinea come to the African Cup of Nations? Damn, Morocco. Watch out. Group F, we got Angola versus Sudan. Ghana is actually at the bottom of that group. Imagine an African Cup of Nations without Ghana. But yeah, it is what it is. It is food. That's football. That's football. That's football. Group G, we got Cote d'Ivoire and Zambia. Group H, we got Congo and Guinea. Congo have won 4 games in this year. I understand. Anyways, Congo have won the last 4 games here. So where's this other game that was coming from? My apologies, guys. If there's anything that I'll need to fix, I'll probably stand to be corrected with the Congo game because something does not make sense. Just give me a moment, guys. So Congo is playing tomorrow against Guinea, and then we go. Yeah, Congo against South Sudan. So how did Congo play yesterday? They skip today and then they play again tomorrow. Like, guys, come on. These guys need rest. Ethiopia. So what was this game? African Cup of Nations qualifier, South Sudan, Congo Republic. Unless they are getting confused with the Congo. Yes, I think this is actually the Congo that played against South Sudan. It's not the Congo. What do you call this? It's not the DRC Congo. It's the other Congo, and just like you have Google, who's just everything. It's in a mess. I mean, they have the DRC flag on here, but of actually South Sudan and South Africa are the one that is in the same group. Looking at the groups right now, so I don't understand why they have, because South Sudan is not in the same team with Congo. That's why I was like, Congo against South Sudan. I'll actually confirm that with you guys now. I'll bring it up on the screen just for everybody to be sure to know what I'm talking about. Exactly. South Sudan, it's Uganda, South Africa, and Congo Republic, and South Sudan in the same group. And South Sudan beat Congo Republic, the other Congo, not my Congo where I come from. They beat them yesterday exactly. Yeah, it's now confirming it 3-2. So my Congo is playing tomorrow. So you're trying to get me confused here. I was like, what the hell? I mean, sorry for what I said earlier about my country. I took it back. Take it back. So yeah, Group H. Sorry that I just skip so many things. I was just trying to confirm this, guys. I was just not making sure. Yeah, where did we stop again? Group D, we got Nigeria and Benin. Group E, we have Algeria and Equatorial Guinea. Where I said, are they really letting Equatorial Guinea come to the African Cup of Nations? Morocco, be ready. Angola and Sudan in Group F. Group G, we have Cote d'Ivoire and Zambia. Group H, we have the DRC Congo. Yes, the one, the original one. And Guinea in there. This is the other Guinea, guys. And then Group I, we have Mozambique and Mali. And then Group J, we have Cameroon and Zambia. Kenya and Namibia in the same group. And Namibia is just in a losing streak. It's like they came to play. They didn't come to do anything. And Group K, we got Uganda and South Africa. South Africa is standing second, and I'm vouching for South Africa to win today. Yes, guys, South Africa won today, and tonight when we're going to be doing that another show tonight on this African Cup of Nations, you're going to hear it. South Africa is going to win the game. And Group L, the last one, we got Senegal and Burkina Faso. That's it. And Burundi and Malawi at the bottom of that group. So yes, that is it from me, guys. Before I go, so we went into the African Cup of Nations qualifier game, and then you saw exactly where your team is standing or your team is. Most everyone have played more or less 4 games currently, and if your team is not in the top two, I'm sorry, they might not make it to the African Cup of Nations. So we spoke the result. We look at the table, and I mentioned some games that played in England, and some games that have been played in South America, depending on which one you want to watch. But as for us who are in Africa and we love our teams, we are watching our games. So. And now we're actually going to speak about players to watch out for, but this is the African Cup of Nations qualifiers. We can't really go into players to watch out for. Hence, I say that at this part, we're going to end here and we're going to have a video or a live tomorrow at 11 where we're going to speak about top 10 African players. And yeah, join in tomorrow. Let's speak about that at between 10 and 11 o'clock. Let's speak about players to watch out for. Who are your top, your top 10 African players, best African players. And we can also dive into some nice stories and stats about African Cup of Nation all in all. What is your... So tomorrow we're going to have all this thing where we speak about the top 10 players, your stories about African Cup of Nations, what is your best stories about it, and your stats, things that have actually got you glued to the African Cup of Nations. So we're going to go into it. And yeah, that's a wrap. Or that's our rep. That's my rep, actually, guys. Not our. I'm alone today again for our 2025 African Cup of Nations qualifiers preview. And let me know who's your favorite to make it to the tournament. I want to know who's your favorite. If you're from South Africa, you say I'm from South Africa, but my favorite to make it to the tournament maybe is Nigeria, or see Nigeria. And then Nigeria can be like, yeah, I'm from Nigeria, but my favorite to make it to the tournament is Ghana, because all this country used to go together. And Congo will be like, yeah, we there, but who do we like to see there? Maybe we'd like to see Rwanda. I don't know. So let us know there, guys. Let us know there. So thank you guys for tuning in at the Roundtable Football. Until next time, keep the passion for the African football alive. Yes, bye.